Let's talk about who's here now. Our next guest is from the American Lung Association. Please welcome the executive director. This is Julie Reed. Julie, come on up. Welcome to Mesa Morning Live. Good to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know we had some business dealings many moons ago.
Yes.
But tell us about where you're from and all that good stuff and how you're involved with the American Lung Association.
Sure. So I went to high school in Mesa. I'm very proud of that. Dobson High School, go Mustangs.
Did you finish high school?
Of course I finished high school.
Because a lot of these people didn't.
Yeah. So now I work for the American Lung Association, and the Lung Association is actually the oldest voluntary nonprofit organization in the United States. We've been around for over 100 years, and our mission is to improve lung health and prevent lung disease. And we do that through advocacy, research, and educational programming. I think many people think of us as the anti-tobacco group, which, to be honest, we are, but we do a lot more than that. We help COPD patients, asthma patients. We have big initiatives around keeping kids in school and not missing school because of their asthma, and we do a lot with lung cancer.
That's great. Well, I know you're here to talk a little bit about a new initiative for the Lung Association. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so our initiative with lung cancer is called Lung Force. We had found that many people don't realize that lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer. When we spoke with women across the country, they assumed it was breast cancer, and men assumed it was prostate cancer. Probably not a big surprise to all of you. But the reality is lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer. And Mark, if you were diagnosed with lung cancer today, you'd have less than a 50% chance of living in 1 year. And those just aren't acceptable odds for us. And we want to make a difference. We need to create awareness around this initiative, put more funding into research, especially in early detection, and really create a force of people that really want to battle lung cancer.
Well, I'm looking at the board, though, with some of these details. The one that caught my eye, in the last 37 years, lung cancer death rate has doubled for women. Why is that? Are more women smoking, or is it the ingredients in the cigarettes, or a little bit of all that?
We just don't know, and that's why research is so important. We do know that women are more susceptible to lung disease as well, to asthma and COPD. So we need to do the research to figure out what's going on and to get better treatments for folks.
That's great. Just out of curiosity, how many people, round of applause if you used to smoke and you kicked the habit and you don't smoke anymore? Round of applause. Now, out of those folks, does anybody wish they were still smoking? Awesome. Well, we'll hook you up after the show. We'll let you be a guinea pig for what happens. Wow, that's amazing. Well, you know, luckily I never started smoking because I'm sure I would have issues with trying to stop. But boy, it's just it's a terrible thing, and that's great. What would you like to, if these were all your kids, what would you like to tell us about the evils of smoking?
Yeah. Well, it's just not good for you. It's not good for it's not even just lung cancer. It causes many different types of cancer. And the one thing I can say is make sure your kids don't start smoking. Make sure they don't pick up those electronic cigarettes because they look cool, because it's not good for them. And it does cause a lot of health issues, not just lung cancer, but many other issues down the road.
Yeah, those are, you know, everyone says, oh, they're harmless, but it just seems like sucking heat into your lungs can't be good.
Yeah. Putting anything
I'm
in
not
your
a doctor.
lungs,
I don't even play one on TV, but it doesn't look like it could be good for you. Well, what can we as the community, what can we do to help?
Sure. Well, one of the things that you can do is to help spread awareness, and we're having a big walk event come November 18th right here in Mesa at Riverview Park. This is our 4th annual Lung Force Walk, and it's a great morning. We register folks at 8 o'clock and have festivities all morning. There's a kids zone, there's Zumba, lots of vendors there to visit. And then the walk itself goes around Riverview Park, around the Cubs Stadium, and is about almost a 3-mile walk. Riverview is beautiful. It's a great place to be on a morning in November. You can register at lungforce.org. There is no registration fee. You can just fundraise whatever you're able to fundraise for the cause.
Is there a color associated with lung cancer? Like
Turquoise?
Dave was so close with the blue. Well, that's awesome. And if anybody has any questions, can they reach you through the web or via phone, or what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yes, they can reach me on our website. The Lung Association's website is lung.org, pretty easy, or even if you do go to lungforce.org, you'd find us as well.
That's great. Anybody have any questions for, yes, got a question in the back. Holler it out.
So what does your research say regarding the health of the lung and smoking pot?
Our stance is that you shouldn't put anything into your lungs. Breathing anything at all is not healthy for the lung itself. And there's still a lot of research being done on that.
Are you asking for yourself or for a friend? Whatever. Hey, you're a big boy. You do whatever you want to do, all right? That's a great question, though, because that's, that's something that everybody's talking about. Then there's a lot of side effects we don't know about yet.
Right.
That's great. Any other questions? Yes, right up front. Hang on, we got a mic coming.
A couple weeks ago in our networking meeting, you mentioned something about advocacy for inhalers for students.
Yes. We actually just passed a bill in the state Senate, or I should say the state legislature this past year, that allows schools to stock albuterol inhalers, so they're rescue inhalers in the schools. Before, if a child has an asthma attack and they go to the school nurse's office or talk to a school aide and they were in respiratory distress, if they didn't have an inhaler in that office, the only option was to call 911. So now, because of the advocacy work we've done, they can stock the albuterol in the offices and administer it to anyone with respiratory distress.
That's great. So we see a little, once again, it's November 18th at Mesa Riverview Park. We'd love to see everybody out there. It'll be a gorgeous day. November in Mesa is gorgeous. So go out there, get a good walk on. And thank you very much, Julie, for stopping by. And you gonna hang around afterwards?
I will.
She'll be at the back of the room. If you've got any questions, make
Great.
sure you talk to her.
Thank you.
How about a nice round of applause for Julie Reed. Thanks, Julie.